Hey, in this video I will show you how to create an interactive ad in a few minutes using AdsKit. Let's get started. So, I choose an empty project. This is what the workspace looks like. In the central part we see a workspace and a demo. In the left part there are different stages of work, and in the right part we have settings. To begin with, we need to understand what we want to create and what assets we have for this. In this example, I want to create a creative in which we will clear the parking jam. The first stage of work is a layout. Here we can set up general settings for the creation, like a background for horizontal and portrait modes and a font and preloader. Let's choose a prepared background, font for texts, and move on to the next stage, assets. Here we customize the look of ad elements like an image, video, or text. To add a new asset, click the button in the lower right corner of the demo. We see simple types of assets like an image, video, text, sounds, etc. Also the other assets like container and the end frame. Container means a group of other assets. Inside the container you can place the elements or animate as a group, etc. End frame is a prepared group of assets for the final screen, but more on that later. Let's add the image to our first asset. In the right panel we see the parameters of this image. First of all, download the image. After that we can replace the unique ID of this image. I will set up the image size as 100%. We can also choose the type of filling for the image. I choose fit, which means not to crop the image, and fit it into the container. The type of placement is also a key parameter. Relative means that element affects other elements, absolute element does not affect other. In our case, absolute positioning is suitable. Done. Next, I am adding an animated pointer. There are at least two ways to do this. The first is a GIF animation. This is a simple and reliable method, but in my opinion, a better and more flexible method is sequence animation. Let's add a sequence animation. To begin with, we need to upload an image with all the frames. It is so-called sprite sheet. Then specify the number of frames and the playback speed of the animation. Also specify whether the animation starts immediately and repeats. After that, we are already familiar with the positioning panels. Done. The next element is a text. Let's add it to the scene. We can change the text, color and font size. After that, we are already familiar with the positioning panels. Done. The text does not look very readable, so I suggest adding a mask for a better contrast. Let's do this with additional quick tools. Here we see 4 buttons: clickability, visibility, copy and delete. Clickability means that the element is not an object for interactions and we can click on the elements below it. Visibility means whether the element is currently visible, so we can hide some parts and show them later. With copy and delete, we can copy and delete items accordingly. So, I make a copy of our first object, and replace it with an image and an id. The elements are incorrectly located, and I want the text and the pointer layers to be above the mask. To do this, you need to increase the value of Z position, i.e. raise their layer above the mask. I also add transparency. Done. Finally, video. We are already familiar with the positioning panels. Video should be the highest layer and to be hidden. I will show it to the user after interaction. It would be cool to add animations for the text. There are 2 types of animation: entrances animation and loop animation. I will add the looped animation from the list. In the settings we can change the animation speed, delay before the start, the number of iterations and the delay between iterations. Done. Now it's more stimulating for users to interact. The last step is to set up a creative script, actions. We can see a workspace with 2 starting nodes, start and CTA. I am adding a touch node to the workspace and connecting to the start node. All other nodes, what we will add under the touch node will mean actions after the interaction. I will add a few. Action. It is a node for some action such as enabling video or showing hidden items. Let's show our video and start playing it. Checking. Great. Now CTA is an abbreviation for call to action. For example, to open a web page or app store. I will do it 1.5 after the video start. Thus it is possible to build any complex scheme with many variables and turns. I will also add the final screen to the ad. This is a good practice as the user will see this screen when he come back from the store. This can be done with a prepared end frame element, which is a set of images and containers. I will change the icon and text. Done. Creation is complete. Good luck in your creations and don't be shy to contact me.